is what it is. It's the paper. It's not the paper, it's the paper. And we're talking pad and pen, and it's about holding down our tradition. You know, I don't feel engaged unless I bloody grab a pen and paper. I can't write a verse on a phone and hold it up in the booth and rap it this way, you know. Like, I've got to sit down and write, and if I make a mistake, I cross out a line and I do an arrow over to this line, and you look at the whole map and the process of writing a verse, and you might be writing a 16 bars, but you'll have 4 pages worth of shit. But the MC knows to chop and change and look, and you know, it's just the process that we do all the time, and it's just talking about the love for that, you know. That's the paper, man. It's not about the cash, it's about the A4.
And it struck a chord with me straight away, because so many rappers in this bloody industry just talk about the paper in the sense of money, and money's the last thing on our minds when we make music, you know. So the fact was all about the A4 paper. This alarm bell went off in my head of I'd been wanting to use this J-Roo cut for years off me and the Papes 12-inch that I've had for friggin' ever, and yeah, just this flare went off. I went, that is it, that is the cut, you know. So we chose that as the first track on the album because, kind of as Jake said earlier on, it's one of the most honest songs in the story of you know, the process that we go through making music and what that process involves and what it means to you personally. So we thought that was a great way to set off the record.
Okay, the paper, it was a pretty basic track to begin with. The way I started it with is 2 basic loops. And I just, like with this whole entire record, the fellas wanted to keep it simple, but keep it hard. And at the start, when I gave them the paper, I thought the paper was the throwaway beat. You know, like, oh, here, listen to this, it's not really finished or constructed. I threw it to Lazy. Lazy came back to me and said, I love that beat, I want to get on it, can you do this, can you do that with it? And I was like, sure. We went back to the lab and just mixed it all together, and, you know, it's what it is.
Yeah, Executive Decisions is essentially built off this one phone conversation and the chorus idea, just the title Executive Decisions, and we built the verses off that.
I know this, I can hear these cuts that I'm looking for. Went digging, pulled out those the Dr. Dre cut and Be Real cut, put them down, and that sort of completed the picture of the song very quickly. So it wasn't hard at all for us to come up with that final arrangement and structure that track the way we wanted. Big thing with a lot of the songs and a lot of the production is there's a lot of record sampling all throughout. So you hear that grit, you hear those dusty crackles, and we love that, absolutely love that. It's testament to the sound of hip hop that we were born and bred on.
Now, I got this record at a Lifeline about a couple of years ago. It's from a record by a school band from Adelaide. It's actually a cover of a Beatles song. I hope we don't get sued for sampling, you know, like covers of Beatles song, but it's an amazing record, and I think in the future, in another couple of videos or something like that, I'll actually put it out so people can actually hear the whole record, because it is quite amazing. But yeah, it's one of the most soulful records, I think, on the record.
I love the title. It's a strong name. You know, a lot of the topics too that Jacob and myself talk on is, you could say, conspiratorial and just sort of pushing on that edge, and I think the name suits heaps, and some of the word selection that we use on the song is, you know, you can imagine puffing cigars up in a boardroom, that sort of making the decisions, passing them down the line. You know, to me it's a slam and hip hop track. Production from Sean B, it's that straight raw rolling through piano loop, and it's something that was missing at the time in the development of the record.